So welcome to our fresh mind body reboot. And these are difficult times, and I think that we have to be mindful about looking after ourselves. And we hear that a lot, about self-care, especially when we're working at home now. But how that translates, I find that I'm thinking about self-care. Am I really doing it? Probably not as much as I need to be. Right. Self-care is an investment because it's going to improve your productivity. It's also going to help you maintain your working life. So every moment that you put into looking after yourself is going to be reaping rewards along the way. I like to tell people to listen to their bodies and respond to that, but my little story is that it's actually also really good to listen to your partner. My husband had been telling me, Marisa, you're going to burn out, you're working too hard. And I say to him, oh, but I've got no choice, I've got to keep working because, we're with the changes to transferring the business online, blah, blah, blah. What happens last week is I totally burned out and would end up being in bed for, like 5-6 days. So as well as listening to your body, listen to people around you, take their cues. For everything that we're going to be doing today, they're all really practical strategies that you can employ while you're sitting at your desk. But I actually encourage you to make some specific times in the day to be doing some of these things. When you think you have no time is when you actually need to do it more than ever. So we've got some quick fixes that we're going to be doing today where we're going to be shaking up the body, mobilizing the troops, things that you can sort of do on the hop. But I also encourage you to be really creative about where you can build some extra movement into your day. So without further ado, we're going to get started. I'm going to go and sit on my chair, and I'm going to invite you to do that as well, with a little bit of background music for us. So, mind body reboot, okay? It's an opportunity for us to put a little circuit breaker in our day to restore our energy, to clear our mind, to get our bodies moving, right? And it's simple as starting with the breath. And I'd like you actually just to move away from your desk. You're sitting on your chair. Imagine you're at your desk. You're now sitting on your chair, and you're going to place one hand on your chest and the other hand on your belly. This gives you immediately a tactile feedback, something that you can work with. Close your eyes. I'm going to guide you through this. All I want you to do is breathe. Notice your breath in through the nose. And it doesn't matter if you're breathing out through the mouth or out through the nose, whatever feels comfortable for you. Notice where your breath is traveling. Is it into your top hand or is it into your bottom hand? And part of creating this circuit breaker in the day is to make yourself, or to separate yourself from the work that's in front of you and to start to bring your focus into your own body. We're going to try and direct our breath down into our hand on our belly so that we're able to use our lungs more efficiently, more effectively by breathing deeply. It takes a little bit of work, but when you can start to feel that breath traveling down into your belly, we're going to add on by counting. I want you to breathe in for 1 and breathe out for 2. Breathing in for 3 and out for 4. Breathing for 5, out for 6, in for 7, out for 8, and finally in for 9 and out for 10. Allow your hands to drop down, and now breathe in and lift the shoulders up around your ears we're going to hold the tension, and this is the first of our quick fixes. Let it go. You're going to take your hands and your arms and your whole body, and you're going to breathe in and hold the tension, and then breathe out and let it go. Give your arms a little bit of a shake. So we create tension in order to release it. Stand up, and you're going to come behind your chair now. So our quick fix, number one, okay, was to lift the shoulders up around your ears. Hold the tension and let it go. Quick fix number two was to hold the tension in your whole body, to squeeze it up or squeeze it in, and then breathe out and let it go. You might feel a little bit of a tingling, and that just feels nice. You're now going to move from breathing into breathing and balancing, which helps us create an immediate mind-body connection and helps you let go of all of the external stuff that's happening, all the external noise. So bring your hands onto the back of your chair. And this is simple, and there is no wrong. Believe me, there is no wrong. Okay. I'm going to rise up on my toes and then lower the hips. Breathing in to rise and breathing out to lower the hips. Breathe in and feel that deep breath down into your belly and breathe out to lower. See if you can do this now with your eyes closed. You're going to do it twice, doesn't matter, okay, if you wobble. But breathing and balancing is something that you can't do unless you're fully focused. And this is part of the strategy, okay, of rebooting mind and body, is that you are able to shut off the outside world. Now you're going to open your eyes for me, and you're going to continue to rise and lower, combining the in-breath on the left and the out-breath as you lower. But the next one, you're going to rise up, and you're going to see if you can hold here for me. Just see if you can hold for a little bit. Bring the hands off the back of your chair, and then gently lowering down. If we had lots of time, I'd get you to do this several times over, okay? Just really feeling that lifting and lowering, breathing in, breathing out. But we don't have lots of time. So we're going to move into some really nice stretch strategies now. You're going to take your hands back behind your head, okay? Guys, you're at the Bahamas, okay? We're going to soak up a bit of sunshine here. So I want you to lift your chest, okay? As you're doing this, your tailbone is dropping down. Your elbows are opening. You can almost feel that sun, can't you? All the way across the chest. And then gently bring yourself back to upright and let it go. Give your arms a really good shake. Okay. Shaking is our instant. This is quick fix number 3, a good shake. So we're going to go again. We're going to breathe in. You're going to take the hands back behind the head. You're going to drop the tailbone down, lift the chest, and there's a slight extension here because it feels absolutely amazing to open across the chest, taking the elbows back. Bring your body back to upright. Now, instead of shaking, just stretch the arms up towards the ceiling. My body's in an upright position, so I've come out of extension. I'm just lifting up and testing the water here. Does that feel okay? Yeah. All right, shake it down. Okay, from tension, you go into release. Going again, we're going to take the breath in, take the hands back behind the head. Now lift the chest and bring yourself into that slight bit of spinal extension. And we're extending the arms in this position now. So there's still a lift through the chest, you're looking upwards, and then release and let it go. I'd like you not to bang your head on your chair, but to come over and just shake your shoulders down now. Shaking. It looks a bit silly, but nobody's watching, okay? Believe me. Then gently roll yourself back up, Okay, we're going to come back behind the chair. Right. So your computer screen's there, you've stepped away, you've had a bit of a shake, you've had a bit of a breathe, your left hand's coming down onto your chair. Now you're going to reach up through your right hand. Okay. So I want you to reach all the way up towards the ceiling here. And then let it go and let it shake. We're doing it 2 more times. We're going to breathe in and reach. And breathe out and shake. So you want to get that blood flowing around the shoulder joint. Yeah, reaching up and shaking down. Go the other way. And it doesn't matter how silly it looks, okay? It's what it feels like that counts. So we're reaching up through the other hand and shaking it down. Okay, reach it up and shake it down. One more. Here we go, all the way up. And all the way down. Give them another shake. Now take your arms out to the side for me. Okay. Look like a little pack person here. Okay. Now you're going to take those arms and you're going to bring the elbow forward so it's in line with your shoulder. You might feel that stretch at the back of the neck and shoulder straight away. Open it out again. And then start to bring it back. A little bit closer if you can, and open out. When you open out, take the elbows just behind the shoulder line again. We're going to breathe out as you bring the elbows together and breathe in as you open. On the next one, when you breathe out, just drop your chin towards your chest. Breathe in and open. I'm going to take this a bit further. I'm going to come away from my desk, my chair, so you can see. I'm going to breathe out, bring the elbows together, bend the knees, and scoop the belly. And then open again. So we're coming into some spinal flexion here. Rounding and opening. But we don't have much time, so we're multitasking. We're getting the stretch through the shoulders and upper back, as well as getting that lovely scoop and mobilization through the spine. Last one, give me one more. Breathing out and breathing in and releasing it down again. Okay. So the idea of these exercises today to do is to take you through all the natural actions of your spine. Flexion, extension, lateral flexion and extension, and also some rotation. Yeah. So for the next exercise, right, we're going to take that spinal flexion a little bit further. You're going to take your left hand down towards the left side of the neck. Okay? You're going to take your right hand across your shoulder. Okay. Now poke out your tongue. No, I'm joking. You're going to take your right elbow and reach it forward. And you can feel this all the way down to the hip. That hand's going to come behind your head now. Beautiful. Elbow points up. Now, if you feel like you're going to fall over, use the chair for support. Yep. Next level, you're going to extend your right arm out towards the left side. If you want a little bit more, inch your hips just that little way. And then you're ready to do a little bit of experimenting. You can look up or look down. What does your neck need right now? To come out of this, the hand comes onto the chair, you pull your belly in, and you come up slowly, because guess what there is? There's that release again. And don't be surprised if you feel a little tingle through your fingertips. Yeah? Let's go the other way. So you start by sliding your right hand down. You're coming up and over like a banana. I'm a banana. Over to the right. Your left hand across. Now, just by inching that elbow forward, you're deepening the stretch through that side body. But if you've got shoulder problems, this is kind of quite manageable. If you know that you can take it a bit further, the elbow reaches up towards the ceiling. Support yourself if you're feeling unstable. And then, if it all feels okay, stretch the arm out. Lovely. Edge your hips a little further towards the leg. Remember, we need to come up slowly, yeah? After you've had a bit of looking down and up, we're coming up slowly, 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 and letting it go. Nice work, guys. Coming up, we're going to come and sit on your chair for this next little bit. And this is absolute go-to, all right, if you've been sitting at your desk. I'm going to turn side on. Doesn't matter which way you are, because you can do it either way, but it's just so you can see what's happening. We're going to reach both arms forward. Okay. My spine is long, and I'm stacking the vertebrae one on top of the other. And the way to hold that is to draw the abdominal muscles towards the spine. And that's holding you in that nice upright position. First, I want you to draw your shoulder blades together for me. Okay, so you're kind of like, it's like there's a pencil between the shoulder blades and you're squeezing the pencil and then releasing. Now separate your shoulder blades so they move out to the sides. It's like they're coming around the corner and back, and let it go. Okay, part one. We're going to find the space between the protraction and the retraction and the protraction where they're together and apart, and we're going to come into what we call neutral spine. All right. From here, you're going to bend your left elbow for me. Okay. Turn the chest. Hello. Reach that left arm back behind you. So what you're doing here is separating the fingertips, separating the arms, but pulling the shoulders down away from your ears so you're sitting really nice and tall. Feed the arm the same way back that it came. Breathe in with me and breathe out and reach back. So you're getting this really lovely spinal rotation. Just adjust your chair in whatever way you need to and bring it back. You've got one more like this. I guarantee your shoulders and upper back are going to feel amazing. Taking it through and reaching. Oh. Now this one, drop it down and give it a shake. I've got one more variation on that, and it's good to do if your shoulders are okay. We reach forward, but instead of opening this way, we're going to take that arm up and overhead this time and draw a complete circle around, taking it up to the ceiling, turning the chest and around, and going one more time. That's it. And letting it go. I'm changing sides, so you don't need to, but before you go, just sort of see, well, how does that side feel compared to this side? Does it feel a little bit more open? Hopefully, yes. Reaching the other way. Let's start again with the retraction and protraction where you draw the shoulder blades together. This is another quick fix, guys. Okay, just drawing them together, create that tension, release it. Now separate them and then bring them back into the space between those 2 points. Bend your right arm, turn your chest towards the right, and then extend your arm out. The first time you do this, you might feel it quite strongly through that in front of the right shoulder there. Feed the arm back the way it came. That's it. And then take it back. Oh, how amazing does that feel? Bringing it back. Let's go one more time. It's almost like you're wringing out all the yucky bits in your body. Bringing it back. All right, guys, we're going to circle up and overhead. Whoa. I'm making ooh sounds. I wish you guys weren't all unmuted. I'd probably hear a few ooh sounds from you too. Last one. And release. Hang over your legs. Hang over. Give your shoulders a good shake. Right. So if you take anything away from this today, it's shake whenever you can. We're coming up. Okay, I'm going to take you now. I'm going to get you to take your knees over to the left side. Okay, so it's like you're there about to have your portrait taken, one of those, yeah, like this. You're going to use your left hand on the chair behind you and just shuffle forward so your right butt cheek is just off the edge of the chair. Take your right leg back behind you so that your knee is further back than your hip, yeah? But your leg is bent. We're going to tuck the tail under. Right. So it's like a dog that's done something naughty and the tail goes between the legs. Uh-oh. I think that's you, Darren. Now, from here, you've got options. If your shoulders are getting tired, okay, you can keep the hand down and just use your hand on your bottom. It's yours, you're allowed to touch it, right? Just put a little bit of extra support. Or feel an extra opening by extending that arm overhead. And when you get to the top, you can go, ole! Okay. Now you're coming forward. Again, if you had lots of time, you'd probably do that several times. But now I'm just going to get you to stretch and bend that leg. Just extending away. All right. Everyone good? It's really funny to see here because I'm only seeing the top of the body and I can just see this tiny little whoop. Now hold that stretch for me. Doesn't have to be straight. I'm just saying stretch and bend. Right, it's what feels right. And reach your right arm forward of the shoulder here. Lovely. If you want to, you can add a little bit of balletic character. Ta-da! And release and give that one a good shake. Okay. You can also do basic instinct. Okay. Sharon Stone. All right, but we're not going to do that today. We want to keep it all clean. Let's take our left leg back behind us. See, the other good thing is if you laugh, right, you forget about everything else that's going on in the world. Let's tuck that left hip under. Remember, naughty dog, tuck the tail. Lift the chest. Hand to butt, option 1. Okay. Remember, it's not what it looks like, it's what it feels like. So if it feels good, do it. And now we're going to take that left arm up and overhead. And here is another leg. Bringing it through. And then just gently extending and bending that leg. We're going to reach out now, reach through the left hand, yeah? So someone's got your fingertips and they're pulling them from the left and you're pushing out through that left heel. Gently come back and release. Okay. And you do a little bit of Charlie Chaplin. We're coming up. Okay. I'm going to turn my chair side on, or on the diagonal. This is a really nice little bit, and I'm aware of time moving, but I do want you to remember this particular stretch. All right. So you're going to take your hands on the back of your chair and walk your feet back. We're going back, back, until you find a place where you're feeling a stretch at the back of the legs, but where your spine can stay long and straight. Okay. And everybody's different and it's not a competition, right? From this position now, what I'd like you to do is just pull your hips away from the chair, but as you pull your hips back, you're planting the sole of the foot and particularly the ball of the foot into your mat or into your floor until you feel a really nice stretch at the back of the legs. Gently soften the knees and roll yourself up. Just coming up and give your hips a bit of a shake this time. Okay. All right, we're going to do that again. I'm going to keep adding on to this. So at its absolute basic, walking back and extending the spine forward, feeling that stretch into the back of the legs. Right. What you can do now to deepen the stretch and to also find a stretch on the outside of the hip, you're going to bend your right knee for me. Just your right knee. And as you bend your right knee, let your hip drop down a bit closer towards the floor. Your left leg is straight here. The stretch should be up the back of the left leg and in the outside of the left hip. If that all feels okay, start to straighten the right leg and change to the other side. Now, this is actually something you could be doing and reading emails at the same time if it was one of your quick fixes, okay? I'm hoping that you'll take time away from the computer, but if you did need to, if you are out of time and you need to build a few things in, this is a good one that you can be doing, because you can actually, I'll show you the next part of this, straighten that one, roll yourself up, right? So imagine, right, you are really busy, but you are feeling very, very tight. You can lean on your desk, right, lift your tailbone up, straighten your legs, and you can be doing this really nice alternating knee bend and stretch whilst you're reading emails or an article, or just even catching up on a little YouTube clip that you might need to watch. Okay. Roll yourself up. You stretch the back of the legs. We want to make sure we get the stretch on the front of the legs too. So you're going to take your left hand onto your chair, bend your right knee. Okay. Simple as that. Now, lift up for me. Get taller. To get that stretch a little bit more, well, to make it a bit stronger, just take your knee back behind you a little way. So I've taken my knee behind the line of my hip. Are you ready for this? You're going to release that down, step the foot forward, bring your right hand onto your thigh, and like you're looking over your neighbour's fence, you pull the hip back. I hope they've got something really juicy back there. Looking over. Oh, look, their tomatoes are looking nice, aren't they? That same leg, guys, you bring it up and now push the heel into the mat. Push it down or into the floor. Another one, you can be doing calf stretches whilst you're working on your computer. Okay. Just be careful when you're drawing there, Stephanie, though. Okay. Gently coming up. And let's try the other side. Okay. When I'm in the kitchen, right, and I'm waiting for my microwave or, you know, to heat up, or I'm waiting for the kettle or something like that, I'm always building in stretches. It might be as simple as a quadricep stretch, which is what we're doing here. Bringing that foot forward, plant it into the ground, look over the other neighbour's fence, okay? Oh my golly, their pool's got a bit of algae in it. Okay. I think they need to clean their pool. Gently come out and push that heel into the mat. Kitchen benches, right, are fantastic for this sort of stretching. Right. So easy, they don't go anywhere. Right. So if you've got a kitchen bench, do a calf stretch. Every time you pass your kitchen bench, quickly throw in a stretch. Bit of calf, maybe a bit of quad, bit of hammy, gently release, all right? And then one final stretch for you without the chair. And start to bring it all back. We're going to take a big breath in, reach the arms up towards the ceiling for me. I want you to ground down. This is quick fix number 5. Push down through the feet. Stretch the arms up to the ceiling. Take your eye gaze up to the ceiling. And then soften and let it go. You're going to take your hands behind your back. Drop the knuckles down. Pull the belly in. Open. And again, all the good things are on the roof. Looking up. And releasing. Shaking it down. And we're going to do one final thing. Just 3 beautiful deep breath repetitions. Breathing into the top and out to the bottom. Into the top and out. In and out. Okay. And you are ready for your afternoon. You've just invested in stretching out to release tension, breathing to release toxins and get some fresh oxygen back into your body. Okay. And most importantly, you've given your mind a break. You've created that circuit breaker to be able to let go of all the work in the morning, and that's where the brain's able to kind of recalibrate, and then you're ready for the afternoon. Okay. So thank you for joining me for Mind Body Reboot. If you do want to check out my website to see what other sorts of things that we have on offer, please feel free to do so. And I will pop that link into our chat at the end.